Greetings. Oh, I think my camera might be on. Hang on a sec. Stop the camera. Yes, it was. Good job I've got my tape on. So, everyone's asleep, apart from Ricardo, of course. But this is the old news channel. So, I shall be playing some old news because I'm still in my time zone and I still haven't caught up. So, I'm starting it at the 3 hour mark. And off we go with the fibre twig. So, oops, I need to do that.
Half an hour ago.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. You know I talk a lot. You know, I got a condition,
No, between you and Abel, you guys don't stop.
Hey, hey up, Donkey's Donkey Kong channel.
We are excited.
Don't stop.
We are excited and happy
I'm
for
in
being
for
here
the.
together tonight.
Oh, you are the best.
16 people watching there. Please, everybody, remember, click it, like.
Is that too loud?
You guys understand?
Oops.
Our channel, this channel, guys, you guys have to keep on.
Oh no, you are the best. It was great at Evil. It was great. The tides turned, which is fantastic.
So please, guys, click the like
It doesn't
button,
go that way for
subscribe.
me a lot of the time because I'm never there to defend myself. That's why these people do these things. His only hope is that I go to sleep because that's when he can make his move. You see. So yeah, so I'm going to put my screen up. And here we go. With Yon Fiber Twig.
Don't fuck things up, please. Okay? People gonna donate. You get the crypto. You don't know what to do.
Here we go. I need to put my other phone on so I can see the chat.
Yeah, they give me a crypto joke, maybe.
A creep.
So he's letting he's letting Dawson have a word in at this point. I noticed
Like a joke.
if he wasn't before.
Well, they're probably shit.
Where am I? I'm here.
Someone said me the same,
I'm here.
Who do you think is more short bus rider? Carl, retard
There we are.
Carl,
Oh,
or
turn it down.
short
Right,
bus
okay.
Doshinobi, what do you have to say about this? What do you think, Doshinobi? Who is the most short bus rider?
Oh, I think I skipped this because it's just old, isn't it? It's just old shit. But it was around here. That's why I kept missing it, I think. So I was like, oh, who's the biggest short bus rider? Who cares? So last season, oh my god, next level, Ricardo, next level. God. Look at Cueya's face. He's just like, for fuck's sake, Ricardo, come up with something new.
But Carl knows he's a short bus rider.
Oh, hey up, Ron! Alright, sweet. Enjoy the lurk. If anyone has any input on the sound, please let me know, because obviously.
It's a very good point, right, Devil? Carl understands. Carl understands that his situation. He knows he's a short
I think I've even heard this already. I've even heard this.
But the rabbit the dude, no. Rabbit the dude.
Oh, God.
Guys, evil.
Low hanging fruit, mate. It really is. Like, look how desperate you have to be. How desperate do you have to be? Oh, I need to. I'm just gonna have to grin and bear it, I think. Yeah, we'll talk about rabbit juice and hormones. We've been there already. I mean, I was the one who started the whole thing about rabbit juice, steroid, hormone thing. It was me who started that whole thing. They won't give you that credit, of course.
Evil, do you think maybe the hormones that the rabbit dude is getting?
See, all of his shit comes from other people.
Because his mother, instead of giving him like
his defeated enemies,
he's giving him some beef, some steak or something. So the hormones on the cow.
Although I can't say that about Ricardo, he comes up with some shit, doesn't he? He comes up with some really shit. I cannot deny it.
It's like what his mom makes for him: macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni! Shout out to the macaroni! Here we go. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, give him some fucking beef. giving him some fucking pills.
Oh, we've got to, sorry guys, we're going to have to
So
sit
he
through
can
this
get the
before we get to the
hormones.
juicy dangler, I think. And it really is like lame, this stuff. Lame.
Fucking soy.
It was like fair enough the first time. Like, it was funny. I remember I was there. It was funny. That was a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
A long time ago. And a lot of things have changed since
He
then.
doesn't even look like a human being anymore. Yeah,
This was
because
at the
of the other soy.
time when Rabidu was first having a bit of a change and things were changing for him. We're
Doesn't
talking
it? Soy
like,
turns you like a mutant. Yeah.
fuck me, like when
Change your
was that?
sex,
That
you
wasn't
know?
that long after, because the thing that got me thinking about that was the tarot that I'd read for Rabidu. That's what gave me the insight into that.
So they can
And that's
become
what made me
more
think
women,
about him having some sort of, something that was changing him. And, oh, there it is, look. And so that first set of tarot cards was when, around the time when they first started kicking off at me, because that was all that black magic stuff from Albert. So we're talking, getting on a year ago. He's talking about something from a year ago. A take that we came up with a year ago about a person and a situation from a year ago. Yeah! She is Don Kingsley, Don Kong channel. I hope that I'm going to do it this time. I was just feeling quite confident about it. I was like, I've just got to be careful. It was at the top. There's like a thing, and there was three of, I need to save, oh no, it's 3 of those or something, but I need to make sure I've got plenty of hammers, I think.
The doctor checked Rabidu and said, oh, this guy already has a vagina.
I think that's the thing, so I need to make one of these. So that's good to remember. So we need... Giddy is a kipper. He just loves it, listening to his master's voice. Oh my word. How interesting.
And turn it like upside out, inside out.
What am I doing wrong now? Oh, this.
Dear.
Oh, so obsessed with it, isn't he, Ricardo? He sits and thinks about it a lot, doesn't it? How interesting. Who's worse? Who's the biggest short bus rider? The person who goes on about someone who might have issues, who's, social issues, who's, low-hanging fruit and an easy target. Someone who goes after that person a year after the event with old views, besmirching his name and carrying on about it, or the person who just happens to be that person who had that experience a year ago. Who's the biggest short bus rider there, would you say? That's an interesting thought.
I'm very happy he invested his money on my son, on my new daughter, and that guy, the doctor.
Well, I found my own short bus rider to take it out on, haven't I? Yeah. How interesting. Oh, he really has thought about this, Ante. He's like D. Reed. D. Reed was the same when he used to talk about trans issues and trans things. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit.
It was most interesting.
Oh shit, somebody's talking about Luis Pereira. Oh, Luis Pereira.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Luis Pereira. Someone.
And he goes on at Slotham and he's just shocking, just trying to be a cut price version of everybody who tries to usurp.
But he wants the
But
humiliation.
the thing is, this one's different. He's different, is Ricardo. Because he's got his wands, he's got his people he wants to conquer, and that's it. He's not bothered about everything else. He's not trying to conquer the whole thing. He just wants it for himself. Oh, big man now. He's a big man. Big man now. How interesting. No, not anymore. Not now evil's with you, Ricardo. Not anymore. He doesn't scare you, does he, eh? Not anymore, he doesn't.
I was like already
Giddy little kipper.
I'm
gonna say things, gonna make promises that he can't keep. See how long evil's there for, eh? Should we see how long evil sticks around for, shall we? How interesting!
when he showed his
Mhm.
apartment address, people knew already.
Yeah, man.
Overly
But
supporting
he showed
people.
his
I think that's
bank
a
account
bit
with
of a
his
curse
address,
that
and people in
happens
the
to
chat
the
at the moment like say like
Darius
Ivo,
Truxton
what are you doing,
army,
man?
or the
Do you
Darius
think-
Truxton
Ivo,
army,
do you think
they
that-
are
Ivo,
whatever they
do
are
you
now,
think-
the
do you think there is
sexual
something
offender
pages there or something?
support group,
I don't know. Whisperia
dick
is
pic
some
support
serious
group. I don't know what
case.
it is. What is it?
Yeah.
I mean, a
Oh,
guy in his
shit.
30s living with his mom. I get that in New York is very expensive. So
Hey up, Judge
Yeah,
Judy.
he's trusting people.
Nice to
I
see
know,
ya.
Immigrants. I know. I understand. It's hard.
but I love that he's always debunking everybody. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so gay. This has been because I have a kid. Yeah, Freddie Mercury had kids. Like,
What is going on? Oh, it's that. Oh my God, would you believe
Now
it?
I have a question for
I
you.
don't know. Have I
related to
fucked up by doing that? I
So,
don't know.
what about
Maybe.
you now? Do you believe that Luis Peria has a daughter?
man, dude, that thing. Okay, that's hilarious because before he disappeared for 9 months, and I'm gonna tell you this.
He doesn't talk about
Talking
that
about
anymore.
old shit. I mean, when was that? When was Lewis having a baby? That was like.
A little baby.
This is going to
called,
test
like,
my
and
time.
he said,
Why? And this is the thing.
you can see
Why
his face,
the
people
history
are gonna
lesson?
say that that's
How
my sister, but
interesting
that's
that
my
all of a
girlfriend's,
sudden
that's my
people feel the
girlfriend's
need
daughter.
to make a
So-
history lesson.
Oh,
Hello,
Ivo.
El
I
Chigone.
was right. Motherfucker never had the daughter. It's somebody else's daughter.
Dude, that was
El
before
Chigo
9
N.
months.
Oh,
I don't even know what that even means. What does that mean?
So no,
What's
you're right.
Chigo?
Like, he say it's my girlfriend's daughter. Like he said that before he disappeared for 9
So,
months.
Lewis,
Then he
come
came
on.
back with
Does
his
anyone
beard,
remember
yeah.
when
Hey,
negative? Yeah, exactly.
What the Stella's pubic hair?
Judge
that
Judy,
they
do you
collect
remember
before
when
we
Lewis's
make
daughter
it
was?
messed up, so
Do you remember when that was? That was a
was
while ago.
Stella's
That one. That
pubic
was
hair that
like
he glued
fucking hell.
to it.
Well, I
And
started
you
the
know
Blue
what's hilarious when
Tents
he say, like,
in
"It's been the
January,
bone that I'm not cross-eyed,"
and he,
like,
me, and
okay.
I'd already tried to make my peace with
You know we have
Lewis,
eyes and we can
and he'd
see,
done his
like,
comeback then,
like,
and it was when he did
the
his
whole thing,
comeback.
he thinks he's,
No, it
like,
was before his
owning us and
comeback
all
that we
in
heard
us,
about the
like,
daughter.
come on, Louis,
So
you
we're
are
talking
the
last
hero.
year.
You know what happens with all those
This
girls,
is
some
like
people
the
like
dredging
Louis, like
of
people like look, you guys.
of the fucking.
We
Oh,
are
not this
We
again.
are not making fun of Luis Peria because he's crossed eye. No.
Oh no!
We
Oh,
are
I'm so
discussing
tired with
the
that
fact
bit.
that Luis Peria is crossed eye, but he doesn't accept. He doesn't
Elbow
like it. You know what I'm
rotadores.
saying? He doesn't
Elbow-
like. He don't want to.
Elbow
He don't want to
rotadores.
tell this. So Luis Peria
I'm
goes
not a
to
big
any
fan,
extremes,
no.
man, to try to prove that he's not crossed the eye. Man.
I am not an elbow
Shit, hurt him very bad.
rotadora. No, I am bloody not. Although if I had to choose, I suppose I'd choose him over
Where
some
is
people.
Doshanobi? Doshan, what about you, Doshan? Do you think Luis Peria is crossing
If I had
the eye
to.
or not, Doshanobi? What do you have to say about this, Doshan?
Can't believe I fucked up when I had so many of those buttons. I was at brass buttons up the yin yang. I had a point, but I can't remember what it was.
Direct message, but it's in British, so I don't understand.
Oh yeah, hey, maybe
Oh,
Doshan
here we
can translate
go.
it. Doshan can translate.
I think she's probably angry. She's probably
Oh right, I see. All right, so Evil was just saying a normal thing, and Ricardo jumped on it like normal. How interesting! How crude, Ricardo. You can't even, yes, but you're doing it in a roundabout way. Oh, Ricardo, you're so crude. You've got no chance.
People who don't like you want me to be mad at you, only because people who don't like me want you to be mad at me.
What? Look at this. Look at this brainwashing. What's all this? What's this? It is. How interesting. You don't even need to say anything.
I don't have anything like to lose, like it's like here. And this is a persona. This is fun. Like you can be angry tomorrow at me, and then in the next week.
Oh yeah. Why do we have to be? Ivo, why do we have to be mad at each other forever?
Me and Ricardo.
Ricardo, you can be mad at me for
No, well, listen, right, what happened was, I left it for ages because I was like, why am I feeding these guys? Because he was just feeding off every little thing to do with me, and it was getting ridiculous. And he's just so pathetic, and at first I was like, oh, he's just going to show his own patheticness, which he did, but it's like, people around here don't give a shit for some reason.
lot of them were streaming that day, so you.
Oh my God! He was counter streaming.
He was counter streaming for 8 consecutive hours. Like, well, he divided into streams, but both were like 4 hours each. It was like.
I can't remember what I was talking about. I heard my name mentioned, and then that was that. It's gonna be. Yeah. So basically, I was, you know, he was doing all this shit, and he was just showing what he was. But like I said, I felt like my highlighter pen had to be a bit stronger because it just wasn't working. Being classy doesn't cut it. So, and also there's 2 of them. So there's 2. I see it as I was thinking about it today. We've got a diagram going on, like an energetic diagram in this place. We've got 2 massive vampires, and if you look at it as like, you know, like that diagram that you have about space-time, where you've got the ball that goes on the membrane, and it makes it look like, you know, makes everything roll down to, you know, to show gravity and stuff in space, time and space. But we've got 2 balls, 2 big massive balls on our membrane, which are just sucking out or trying to suck all of the energy from the community. One's smaller than the other. One's smaller and weaker. In fact, it's probably more like one big ball with a moon going around it, but quite a big moon, and it comes round, and when it comes round, it does do some damage. Yeah, I wonder why that is, Ricardo. How interesting. Because you just cream off the community, and the more we make, the more they make, you see. And I was realising this, and I was like, what am I going to do about this? Because this is all that's happening here. So what I thought was, well, let's start small. We'll start small, and I'll start with the small one. And so I thought, right, well, instead of trying to avoid both of them, which is impossible, I realised, because classiness does not count. And I was getting very little support from my mates. Certain people. How interesting. So I no, and it wasn't anything like that. It was just like Evil says, it's a shit show and people want the shit show. That's all it was, right? So there was that. So I thought, right then, it's going to be the shit show, the how interesting show. And so if they're going to use me, I'm going to use them. But when I'm just going to do this one, the small one, because then I only have to avoid one giant vampire, and this vampire will actually play ball. This one will, you know, yes, he'll feed. Yes, he'll cream in many ways. Yes, he'll lie and do lots of stuff like that. But he's creative with it, and he gives something back. So I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna have to get sucked into one of these fucking plastic, fantastic, fucking fake balls, it'll have to be Ricardo. You see. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let him do his thing because he needs it, doesn't he? He's got nothing. So obviously, so I'm doing my little bit of care for the community at the same time. It's not quite nice. Gives me points for heaven. Helping out this little waifing stray. You know, I have said before, his soul is homeless, and if I can help him, you know, if I could help him, I would help him. I've tried, and I give up now. So yeah.
I was taking a break from YouTube for.
Oh yeah, no, I heard this yesterday, and I was honoured. I was honoured that Evil came up to the crunch because he had disappeared at that time. So yeah, it was good to see him turn up for mine.
Oh yeah, oh god.
You are watching this and Reed was counter streaming. And you're here.
Yeah, another Doshin account, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Exactamundo.
Yeah, but what about all those crazy?
Although do you know what? I know more than I thought I did. I went back onto Duolingo and I was surprised because they changed it all, and I had to like skip forward to get to where I was. I was quite far. Quite far. It's just I don't really remember it at the time. If I was stuck and I had to use it, I think I probably would be able to. But I haven't done any speaking of it. I've only ever read it and written it, really.
Then he finished the stream.
And then I'm like, even in my shitty channel, I get like people.
I missed the
having,
bit
like,
about me, but never mind.
Me too.
Hopefully they'll talk about me again in a minute.
Hey, Evil. Me,
So now I know
and
anyway. Now I
someone,
know what the bit
and
was
you don't
about.
have someone to like.
Evil
Yeah,
saying I was mad
you
at
got
him.
for that drugs and you suck.
Getting
You know,
twiggy
no
with it.
matter
No,
who
no,
talks
no,
about
no,
it.
no,
He talks
no.
about
No, no,
but
no,
the
no, no, no.
channel
Getting twiggy with it. I'm going to have you. How dare you show your face around here? I tell you what. This is the most fiendish cyber twig game I've ever played, Cueya, the magical musical elf. You should be proud of yourself. Look at him. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's have a listen to this. Listen.
What I want to say is like, what the fuck is wrong with you, CP? CP, only
right, let me just, before he gets into his subject here, warming to his subject, right? So, Evil has made a passing comment going, oh, CP sent me a message, she might be mad at me, having a joke, right? Like he does, and listen to the meal. And he's waited as well. He has waited until the conversation got to a point where he could insert it. And so now he's now making his play and waited and cleared the decks, and he must. And if you, I can't be asked to rewind it because I fucked it up last time, but you can hear him with his language. It's at 3:28:11, and it's just before that, and you can hear him clearing the decks with his language, and using the tricks that he has in his language to do that. And so he makes it, so he gets to make his point very clearly, because he's actually stated that this is not about making fun of CPE. This is not about having a go at CPE. So although the only time Evil goes over there is to do that, or was at that time, and he knows that. So it's not about that though, because they've obviously decided that. But it's just interesting that he chose to state that when there was no one. I wasn't there. There was no one saying anything. I'd not accused them of anything. He chose to say that earlier on, and now at this point, Evil's given him the tiniest chink of hope, and now here he goes. Let's have a listen to this interesting comment.
People who hate me or whatever start to hang with you, or you hang with them, or their friends, has nothing to do. You know, CP, no, she embraced the idea only because the people who she wanna be cool with, they hate me, and they wanna use it her at the moment over there, and she made her choice. You know, and that's it. And you are stuck there now, CP. That's what happened. Yeah.
What is that? I think he actually truly believes that. He actually truly believes that. What an interesting point from Cueya, the musical elf. He knows. He fucking knows. He's the master of this game, so everybody needs to fucking listen to what he's got to say on this. And that is true. Very true. Oh my god. Yeah, that, I actually think he believes that. Whatever, that sounds like a justification, a reframing that he's given to himself, because obviously he's had to question it. When all I've got is truth bombs for him. Yeah, man. I didn't call you a cook. When did I call you a cook? I can call you a cook though. But yeah, you have called me a cunt, so you can. But when did I call you a cook? Did I? If I did, fair enough. Chin chin. Hey, Evil, Ricardo's on. Oh, did I? I don't know. Did I write you as a cook? I don't know. Did I? What did I write? Yeah, but it wasn't directed at you. What did I write? I can't even remember. Oh, you don't know? No, I don't. Do you want to come up and talk about it? You sound like you do. Hey up, Bobstein Island. Oh, did I? Oh, I was only joking. Get out of it. It was a joke, Evil. You should know about things like that. So anyway, let's go.
My name is Evil, and the reason that the thing
Yeah, we are friends.
is because
We are friends, mate. Oh, no, we're totally friends. This is Ricardo. This is all about Ricardo, not Evil. Evil's just being evil. I don't expect. It was a few hours ago. It was like a couple of hours ago. I don't. What did I write? I can't remember, mate. Brush it out. Brush it out. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to apologise for calling you a cook? Honestly, you playing up. All right, okay, but you know me. Are you accusing me of like doing word salad and lying and stuff, Evil? Are you really? Because I was just saying all I've got is truth bombs for Ricardo, and that's why he's making that justification here about me being stuck with the wrong people. Okay, well, I'm very sorry if I did call you a cook for Ricardo. I genuinely can't remember doing it. I genuinely can't remember doing that. Honestly, I genuinely don't. I'll have a look, but I can't at the moment. So I've got two phones going. I've got one for the chat and one for this thing that I'm playing, and then I've got the fiber twig. So I'm very, very sorry for calling you a cook for Ricardo, Evil. I own it. I don't remember it, but I own it. All right? Yeah. Feck! It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, push it out though. How interesting. Well, this is an interesting thing, Evil, the thing about this, because you guys all ride me when I'm asleep because you know I'm not there to defend myself. And then when I defend myself and when people talk about me in the chat and I respond to those messages, then I make it about me, you see. And so I do have a point with that. And you know who else used to do that? Albert, when he first started having a go at me. So, hey up, Volp, how you doing? But yeah, we are even, and that's absolutely fine. Maybe there was some narcissism involved. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the narcissism in that. I felt just pure defense and wanting to stand up for myself. Oh right, well, you didn't have to make it about me, but that was on you, wasn't it? It's your stream. I was just responding to things in the chat. So what about everybody else? Are you going to have a go at them as well? What about Ricardo? Are you going to talk to him about making it about me? Are you? The thing is, I think I'm the wrong person to be talking to. That's my thing, mate. You know what I mean? I am the wrong person to address for this problem. It's not really me. As you know, you were there, love. Can you remember at the beginning when I made this channel and it was just a defense channel solely to defend against those guys? Remember that? Yeah? Remember that? Yeah, still the same. I'm still the same, mate. I don't flip and flop and I don't change. That's the thing about like having some realness to you in real life, dog. You know what I mean? It's not just flipping and flopping in the wind. I do actually have. I'm based, mate. I'm based. It's called being based. You should know because you are. All right, is that what you're going to refer it to now? I'm very sorry about my voice tone. All right, so we're going to go on my voice now. All right. Okay, well, I've done voices for people before. It probably is. It's because I'm defensive. I'm being defensive, probably. Anyway, I'm going to lose because you're making my Fiber Twig stream about you, mates. But I don't mind making my streams about you ever, and you know it. You know it. I will always more than happy to do so, mate, and you know it. You know it's all jokes. It's all good. And you'll just do it. I mean, Ricardo's going to love this. You know it, love. You know it. Oops. Just being truthful, mate. You know what I mean? It's like the days of the kid gloves are over. How interesting. But I'm sorry, I can't see the chat right now, but I promise I will look in a minute. You know I'm shit with this shit. Oh, do you know I've done it? Haven't I? I've bloody done it. Bloody done it again. Ruddy fool. Oh, God. But I'm happy to repay the 3 to 5 hours. I won't be able to do it all today, but I can definitely do more later and add on to the total if you want. See, Cueya's coming up in a minute. He'll have something to say about this. I'll say. Oh, God, I'm not going to do it. I know I'm not. Oh, God, I just need to get rid of some of these brass buttons. It's too much. It's too much, guys. Too many brass buttons in the house. In the twigs. Oh. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? Oh, I've got an extra life. Thank God for that. You know, at least I need one. Oh, God. It's this fella. There we are. I promise you I will address it in a minute. Hopefully you've got time to just wait while I show Cueya who's boss with this particular section of the twig. And he's going to quake in leather ankle height. Was it black leather ankle height heeled boots? They were. And mulberry coloured crushed velvet leggings. A green velvet tunic which comes to the knees with a wrap over effect which covers the front, because I tell you what, the amount of naked elves it gave me was untrue. You look like Albert Menendez with an elf outfit trying to play a guitar violin combo. Wouldn't have done. So I had to make sure it covered up his elfly features. Oh, God. Oh, Cueya. Your mulberry coloured leggings were getting in my way there. Oh, this is it. This is the one. This is the time. Okay. I promise you, once I finish this bit here, I'll come and see what you're doing, what you're about. I do respect your opinion, Evil, as you know. But I'm also going to start respecting myself a bit more. Right? And maybe other people might as well. There. Yeah. How interesting. Oh. What's going on with this life here? It's running out. Oh, you only get it for so long? Oh, once it's been set off? Oh, I see. Interesting. That is interesting. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Do do do. Do 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 do. Twiggering. Twiggering up. Twiggering up like a big old twig. Twiggering. 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 Oh dear, twiggering. I'd be twiggered in return. It's the twig of life. Sometimes there's a drop section when we can all have a rest from the incessant twiggering. Because otherwise, we'll be bored, won't we? That's the thing. We've got to do it. Got to scratch that itch. Got to scratch that twiggering itch. Otherwise, all will be lost. All is for naught in life. Hear me now. Oh, God. Can I bust these? I wonder. Oh. Oh. It's just never ending, is it? It's twig. The never ending twiggering goes on forever. Like the never ending story. The never ending twiggering of the never ending story. See who needs your AR singing. Oh no, I do want to do that though, really badly. I just haven't got. I just can't bring myself to start myself with a new obsession. I know as soon as I get on it, oh God, just all the other things that I'm doing will just go to pot, and I'll just do that forever. And I don't until the next one turns up. And I like doing the AIR, and I don't want to run off and do music, although I do want to. I know that that's what will happen. Twiggering so bad. Is cook as bad as cunt? I don't know. Is it? I'm not like saying anything by it, but just in general, is it? Oh fuck! I am a cunt. It's true. I am. I'm a big one. Giant twiggy cunt. I am a giant twiggy cunt. Everybody knows it. It's the talk of the interwebs. In the dusty place of the old man internet when they are in their garden sheds and crying about other men. Put your leather jackets on, go and rub up against yourselves. Be a man at your big thing. It's your big night. Oh! That isn't directed at anybody, in case anybody is actually twiggered, and I don't mean to be at all. The only one I want to twigger is RICARDO. So please don't get caught in the crossfire. It is not intentional. If I will look in a minute, and if I have done something wrong, I will address it and apologise. In fact, I'll just apologise now. I'm very sorry. Fibre Twig does not take any responsibility for any sadness, twiggering, loss of appetite, loss of vital signs, loss of functions, loss of bladder control. Oh dear. Sorry. I've got the giggles. I can't help it. I've got the twiggles. Twiglets. I've got. I've not had the giggles for a long time, to be honest. Not since D. Riedel, I think. Oh no, whatever it was that we watched the other day that was the same level of humour as D. Riedel. That was probably the last time I could not. Oh, it was that. It was you, Evil. It was the that was it. You want the kid involved? Fucking hell. The what? You want the kid involved soundboard? My God, that was the funniest thing I've heard for a long, long time. But then, yes, there's been others. There's been other things. There's been other funny things. There's been other ones. Right. Oh, I don't. Oh God. I do like having a life. That's good, isn't it? It's good to have a life occasionally. On the internet with the fiber twigs, having a life. What else wrong here? Right, let's have a look. It wasn't Crossfire. Okay, right. I paused it now so I can have a look. A few hours ago. Hey, that's that. Own it. I did own it. Ricardo, do you say zero? We will either. We're even now. Okay, that's okay. So we're even now. So anything after this, after the point where you say we're even now, is extra then, is it? And that's extracurricular that you're throwing at me extra. Okay, so just so I know where the point system's at. So we go from we are even now to 3 of the 5 hours of my streams were about you. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Again, not intentional. That's only because you felt the need to defend Ricardo, maybe. Only joking. Only joking. You didn't defend Ricardo. I felt completely supported in that sense, in a sense of just being equal and allowed to say my piece. I had no problem with that. Right, so that's okay. I can hear your tone being so pretentious. I put it on, mate. It was a put on job. The whole thing. Did you not listen to my other stream? The whole thing is the interesting. Yeah, that's like it's kind of a thing. So I'm like taking the piss. I've not really thought about it, but yeah, taking the piss out of the false self, being defensive, having to be pushed. I could have either been pushed into that place by events, or I could just joke about it. You know what I mean? And be honest about it. And also my other part of it was that I was playing that stream and letting Ricardo's stream play. And I was hardly saying anything because my tone of voice and my one word was it. All I had to do was do a bit of highlighting because he does it himself. And what I was proving with that is that when he was doing the same thing to me for months, whenever he thought he could get away with it when I wasn't there, and then the more I didn't respond, the more he did it. When he was doing that, he just used to play it for a tiny little bit, and then he'd fault. Then he'd play a tiny little bit of mine, and then he'd completely just put his shit on it, just completely put his lies and his shit and everything like that. So yeah, way better than us. Is that what you really think? Do you think I think I'm better than you? Really? Do you really think that, or is this some sort of you're trying to put some like narrative across to everyone else? Why? Why are you threatened? Do you think I'm threatening you? I don't mean I'm not. There's no threat here, mate. No threat. I swear to God. There's no threat to even Ricardo. I'm just look at how you go off. You lot giving me shit all this time, and then the second I wake up and smell the coffee and go right. Listen to this. That's all I have to say on that one, mate. Seriously. I never said you thought you were better than me. Yes, who darest insult me, lady? And here comes Volp with his, I sound like I'm having a mental breakdown to you. Are you going to have a go at me about the time I had a pill, which really was the last time I had a pill as well. And how long ago was that? I mean, I was talking to Buttocks. Before he defected the first time. So we're talking a very, very long time ago, and you still harp on about that one pill that I had, like, over a year ago for someone's birthday. Yeah, man. Keep mining, Volp. It's not real life, dog. That's true. In full Nosferatu mode, yep. People go after me during that Ricardo stream. Had nothing to do about you. And I needed to comment. Of course I do, mate, because I got to a point. No, mate, I've got. No, it's limit break. Limit break, my dear. So I've got plenty of comments to make. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. But what am I supposed to just take it then? Just two Latinos saying shit? Well, I'm just one disgusting British woman saying shit. How do you like that? Mm-hmm. How interesting. How innovative. What an innovative dish. Ah. Interessante. Nothing wrong with it, mate. As I was saying, basically all it came down to is there was a massive difference in energy, and I was like, how am I going to fight against this? I've done my explanation earlier on, where there was, it's the way that the gravity goes into the way that the big objects, the big players in this scene, in this tableau, and how the energy of the whole community is focused into these two places. Because there isn't anything else, because they've made a membrane, so everything rolls into these two places, and they focus it on you, so you're a part of it as well. So whoever you choose to feed that to as well has an effect. So there's that as well. So I had to think about how I was going to approach it and be free floating, so I'm not sucked into one, and I couldn't be. So I went into going, well, I'll just go towards Ricardo because he's the better one out of the two. And so it's just one of those, like, that's what it was. And also I realised that everyone else was having a laugh and a joke and saying shit. Two Latinos just saying shit and having a laugh and a joke. Whereas I don't just sit and say shit about my mates ever. So I was like, do you know what? Why don't I do it as well? It's quite easy to do. All I have to do is laugh. All I have to do is laugh about stuff. And all I have to do is, and you're just taking it as if I'm upset, but I'm not. I'm actually just having a laugh for once in my life about this. Because I can, for once in my life, have a laugh about this. So sorry that that's a threat to you. But I really wasn't intentional at all. But yeah, how interesting. Judas Cord back in force. There we go. I'm going to have to go fairly soon as well. I mean, I don't know how long I've got. Where did I get up to on the chat? So I don't want to miss you. I don't want to miss it, honestly. People go after us during the Ricardo stream. Nothing about. Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. I think there'll be plenty in this stream that's got nothing to do about me. And I still comment. I was commenting on the fact that you were going on about Lewis for ages. Do you know what I mean? I was going mainly Ricardo's stuff, really. I was commenting on how Ricardo was going on about racism after going on about at the Jews about 2 sentences before, and then going on about racists. And then I was commenting on Lewis and how old his stuff was that he was bringing up, and that's what I meant about that chink in the armor. As soon as you just literally said a completely normal thing, which was that you thought I was mad at you, which is a thing that's always been said. You know what I mean? That absolutely, completely normal, completely like just us talking. And all I'm doing, mate, is yes, there is just two Latinos saying shit here, but there's also what's his name, Ricardo's fucking psyche on full display and his full burger out for you. So of course I'm going to be listening to that, and of course I'm going to be pointing it out, innit? How interesting. So let's have a go. Let's play. Oh no, because I can't do everything at once, right? So let's do that then. So we've done that one. What? Albert is a bueno persona. Oh, fuck off, Doshin, with your Albert kissing ass. What's it got to do with him? Completely irrelevant. If you want to talk about him, go and talk about him with Ricardo. This isn't about him. And that's another thing. This has got nothing to do with that other thing. I'm wanting to just completely leave them. Leave them in their own cosmos, right? So we've got this membrane with these two big, massive fucking things taking all the fucking energy from the whole system, creaming it off, feeling the need to just sit there. They're like drug dealers. Do you know what I mean? We all knew him. Them guys who were like when we were kids, right? And I had a few mates who, when they were kids, they were the ones who sorted everyone else out. Yeah. So like for weed and stuff. But what that meant was they never had to go and seek out friends. They never had to make effort to be interesting or have a conversation or be nice or kind or listen to people. or anything like that, because people would always come around to the house and people would always sit and listen to their shit, and they'd always talk to them and be nice to them because otherwise they wouldn't get any weed. And it's the same with these. Same with these two. So, and that's what I'm talking about Dean, and I'm talking about Ricardo there. So the best option is to go in with Ricardo and leave those guys to separate themselves off into their own fundamentalist fucking cosmos. That's my plan anyway, because then I don't have to deal with fucking people ringing Ricardo up, you making their children make obscene phone calls to people like for months, and fucking YouTube supporting it. Do you know what I mean? That I'm not bothered about. Having a set to with Ricardo and a bit of a laugh and a joke with Evil and a bit of an argument with Evil or whatever, absolutely fine. Do you know what I mean? Normal, absolutely normal for here. That shit over there, not normal. Can people see that yet? Yeah, this is normal. This is trolling. Yeah, that over there is fucked up disgustingness. And if you want to go down that path, this is where you don't stop trying to drag all of us lot with you. Just do it on your own fucking time, you fucking PSG fuckers. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about them guys, see? I mean, fucking ignore it. It's all jokes, but you're obsessed. You know, it's not jokes too. What are you talking about, though? What are you talking about regarding the jokes? No, it really is, mate. It really is all jokes to me. It really is. It really, really is. It really is. Honestly. There's been a watershed. I obsess. No, mate. They obsess. Yes, I do. Okay, I obsess about the white blood selling. I obsess about not being buried by people because I've got a different time zone and don't spend as much time lying about people on the internet. So that is my obsession, is not letting people get away with it on such low grade terms. If they came out with some decent fucking trolling and some decent shit, then yeah. Do you know what I mean? But they don't. And so that's my obsession, is to just stand over them and just be like, here's my offering, and just trounce them every goddamn time. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is. And you know what I'm like. Yeah, that's definitely Dorshin. Ron, you're right there. My live mental breakdown. You wish you were me, don't you, Volt? CP's White Knight. Thank you very much. Figuring and configuring, exactly. Oh, brilliant. It wasn't Crossfire. If you're not drunk, then go to the Docs Theory. No, because I'm having fun, they don't like it. Oh dear, look at this. Because I'm having fun. How interesting. Oh, May, I really didn't expect you to. I was joking. I swear to God. I'm sorry I triggered you. I'm sorry I triggered you. I'm sorry, though. I am genuinely. If I'd have known that would have set you off, honestly, I wouldn't have done it. I did not do that to set you off. I don't even know why I did it, because I don't remember doing it. But it will have just been as a thing at the end, just be like, oh, I'll just put that in as a joke right at the end. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, he is Just and Toothless. That's true. How do I? There we go. Right, so I'm sorry. Yeah, I did forget. After you said thanks for watching, did I? I'm sorry, I didn't. I don't remember doing that. It was Bees and Snakes. Did I say that? Are you sure it was me and not Dorshin? I mean, I'm not saying that I didn't. I could have done. That text accent. No, I'm not saying I would have accidentally. I've never said that I accidentally. You're putting words in my mouth, mate. I never said that. Why are you so defensive? I've apologised for if I have. Well, I appreciate you just saying thanks for watching. Oh, my Variola snorted. It's called the YouTubes. I've finally broken through the glass ceiling, Judge Judy. I feel amazing. It's great. The text accidentally. Maybe it did. Maybe it was my sausage fingers. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I just have no idea. I don't remember. Without looking at it, I don't remember. But say I did do it. It wasn't accidental, was it? It will have been right at the end, like you told me at the past. You know, that right little bit at the end. But I didn't put in that. I might have done. What were the actual words? Can you remember? I'm not being like coy. You know, if I'd have said it, I'd have been like, oh, sorry, evil. You know me. That's what I'm a bit confused about. Why you're building this story. Oh, don't apologise. Keep doing the co-op thing. What co-op thing? What co-op thing? What? You seem to be making a bit of a mountain out of a molehill here, mate. And it seems like you've got an agenda. Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the time when Albert was going on a call and he'd got his responses already set up before Carl actually responded. But I mean, that could be just because I'm reading it on the chat. But it's just this, like, keep doing the co-op thing. I want to know what you mean by that. What do you mean by the co-op thing? You mean the blue tents? Or do you mean me being like co-op? Or do you mean me going in on co-op? I think there's 3 things that you could be referring to there. Oh, Volp. You wish I was losing my mind. Thank you, CP's White Knight. You are a man of much valor. Hey, Red Bull, how you doing? Yeah, yes, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, we'll keep laughing and singing. What's wrong with that? Better than lying and crying. Keep laughing and singing. Ooh, see if I care. I will. I will, mate. Good Lord. Oh, I'm evil. Do you want to come on the stream, yard? Do you want to talk about it? Honestly, Rabbit's backstage is oh, bless him. Rabbit will be waiting for a while, and fucking hell, gas is not cheap these days. So sorry, Rabbit dude, for keeping you waiting on that one. I'm not banning evil. No, they can't. Obviously, Red Bull. It's true. It's true. Dear. Oh, he's gone. Oh no, he's back. He's back. Okay. Phew. Good. Now, Red Bull. No, he can't. Anyway, you can't ban him. Dean runs your life. Oh, bless you, Lewis. Bless you. I got owned, did I? And now I'm meant to break it down. Volp, you're the one who's you're living in the fantasy world, and your little narrative that you're fucking weaving here, it only works. It only works in your little cult lands. Hang on a sec. One sec. Let me just. Oh shit, it's gone black. One sec. Talk amongst yourselves a minute. I am back. I am back. Right. So what's going on? What's going on? Where did I get to? And where's my fibre twig? I can't do everything though. That's the problem. Seems like CP's White Knight's been at it. I don't even know where I'm at. I don't want to miss what Evil's saying though. I don't need to think that I'm like trying to. Yeah, exactly. Ricardo. Well, no, you see, I wasn't obsessed about him, and he was going in on me still. It went on and on and on. When I saw it was rearing its head again, I was like, time to change my tactics because this ain't working. There's too many. Got too many leeches on me. I need to shake off those leeches, or at least focus on one leech, fill that one up, and it'll fall off. Because otherwise, I'm just like, I don't know if anyone ever saw that David Attenborough about the white whale, the little white whale. There's a little white whale, and it was in this pod. It was an albino, and every time it came up for air, all these seagulls pecked at it, and just pecked at it and pecked at it, and just pecked chunks out of it. It was awful. So it couldn't breathe really. It had to hold its breath all the time. And then it'd come back up and they'd just peck the fuck out of it like its whole life. This thing. I was like, I'm not being that little fucking white whale, man. Okay, we got to the point where Red Bull turned up. I remember that. Pretty bad when Ricardo roasts me. I know it's shit, innit? Shit, Lewis. Absolutely shit. Because you know all of his, they're all lies. The stuff he's got on you is from over a year ago. I was working it out. The only stuff he's got on you is stuff to do with your kid. So we're talking, it's like, it's PSG level what he's got. You know what I mean? You know I don't give a shit about your lots. Shit about me because it's all lies and bullshit. Same with Ricardo. You know what I mean? So it really is. It's pretty bad indeed. How interesting. It is interesting, isn't it, Red Bull? It's interesting. Yeah, this person's obsessed with me. Yeah, this person's jealous. This person's having a mental breakdown. This person's crazy. Crazy cat lady. Yeah. Condescending to me. It's the fucking thing that I'm doing. It's called Twiggering Losers Daily. Yeah, that's what it is. Twiggering tone, mate. It's a condescending tone. Okay, right. So you're just gonna go in at me about my voice? Are you really evil? Is that what you're gonna do? Evil after what happened with you and everything, like with all that, with all those guys and what they did, you're gonna come and do this? Really? Good Lord. Thank you, CP's White Knight. It could be. Could be. Judas Code. Ooh, I hope White Knight is deep. You have a wrench, Evil. Yeah. Keep laughing. Oh, God. What? You're doing a Ricardo. You're literally just on the hoof, aren't you? Just picking out little chinks to try and have a go at. Why? You see, White Knight keeps banning opaque AK Vault. Oh no! Oh no! He keeps banning Vault. Oh dear me. Oh God, not Vault, Evil. I'm glad you're here to defend. So you're going to be Vault's White Knight, are you? Ay, ay, ay. I modded him because he's my White Knight, of course. I modded a troll. We're all trolls, Evil. Who's not a troll around here? Tell me. You tell me you're not a troll? Oh, well, I'm disappointed because I thought you were. There's all trolls around here. I thought. Oh, shut up, Red Bull. It could be anyone. It really could be anyone, the White Knight. Who cares? Who cares? Like, Not I. I've caught up anyway. Evil, I hope you accept my apology. I really didn't mean it in the sense that you took it. Really, there was no hard feelings behind it. I'm sorry I twiggered you. No. Right, so let's have a bit on the twig. I want to finish Cueya. I want to do you, Cueya. I want to do you, and he's hard. So let's have a go. I'll keep laughing and singing. Doctor's orders. So I think that's good advice. That actually, I think myself. Oh, after all that. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. I have no idea how long I've been going, but I'll have another few go, maybe 2 or 3 goes at crushing Cueya. I hope I don't twig Cueya. Twigger with my trash talk. I'm only joking. It's only a joke. I only do it to my friends. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I promise. I'll only save it for people who I am jokingly trolling. There is a fine line. I do apologise. And I know that sounds like I'm being condescending. I'm not. That's just me talk. That's the sound of me talking while I'm thinking about, like, that's the one thought finishing, and while I'm thinking about another thought. It's like bifurcation sort of a voice, in case you think I'm being supercilious or whatever, superior or all that shit. It really isn't. It's just like, that's how I sound when I'm multitasking, because it's like you finish it off at like a little, everything's got like a little dot at the end, and then it's like that thing's done, and you can then go back to the thing that you're bifurcating over, and then you go back to the next point, but you've still kept the thread in your head, and that's what that sounds like to me, because I don't have an internal monologue. I'm not one of those people who has an internal monologue, so my version of what voices are is probably different to some people, and what voice, the role that a voice has, and what audio stuff has. It's different for everyone, isn't it? So, I mean, I know I'm being a hypocrite saying that, because I've done lots of stuff about voices regarding Dean and RICARDO, but that's just because it's just my personal thing, and I suppose Evil's probably just exerting his own right to say that my voice was annoying him at that time, or even probably now, and being all superior, sounding all superior, which is all that I've done is say about those guys, because it's when you hear it, you can hear it, and that's all there is to it. Once you can hear it, you can hear it. And I don't doubt that Evil heard something in that voice, probably, because I'm on the fucking internet with people, and I've just come off from like having a row with RICARDO, so I'm in that sort of goading mode, bit of a goading mode, so I'm doing that. I'm doing a bit at the same time. I'm also quite defensive because everyone attacks me. And I mean, you've just had to go at me for laughing. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. I'm singing. So that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, what you will hear though is that there is a normal voice that I would hope that comes in and out of that, as I sort of flip in and out of this thing that I'm doing on the internet right now, which I am an amateur at as well. Remember that. But maybe there isn't, I don't know. But what you see with my thing, and I do hear that with RICARDO, I hear a difference. It does flip in and out sometimes. And like I said, it changed. It changed from one to the other that time. When he decided to flip on me, he changed. You see, I think I went through a glass ceiling today, so maybe I flipped myself a little bit. So maybe that's what that voice is a little bit as well, that defensive voice. As I say, it's like a bit of a parody of false self. I won't say it was fully intentionally like that, how you heard it. I won't say that, but what I will say is that it was kind of, I'm not surprised that that's come out as part of it. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm parodying, is what other people are doing. And what other people are doing is trying to hold up their false selves. And why I find it fun is because it also challenges me to not just have that knee-jerk reaction of trying to just hold up my false self. And, oh, I'm cooler than you, you're wrong, I've got this gotcha on you, I've got that gotcha on you. I can do it if I want to, do you know what I mean? But I don't need to, because all I have to do is press play on that and let Ricardo bury his fucking self. And everybody knows it. So that's all there is to it, isn't it? And so if you hear me doing a voice, it's because I'm doing a fucking voice, man. Because and says you evil. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, like. Are you the only one who's allowed to put a voice on then? Or like do any sort of jokes or anything like that? Is it? Is that how it goes? Do do do. Oh, I'm not allowed to sing as well. Boo doo boo doo. But it's alright. Won't sing. No singing. No dancing. Footloose. I'm only joking, evil. You know I am. Oh, is my voice all right? See, honestly, like I've been pulled up on my voice my entire life. I'm too aggressive, but I'm not. I just speak with passion, and then people who argue with me, they never come up. Like I'm like, let's get to the fucking. What is it? What's the problem? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what is the problem? Let's deal with it. Let's talk about it. Let's argue about it. Let me prove that I'm right about it. You know, I'm not this fucking perfect person. Do you know what I mean? But what I get is, oh, you said the wrong thing, or you said it in the wrong way, and all this, and you're just like, oh my god, like, just going back, and you're just like, fair enough, I take people's points up to a point, but really, like, if that's all it is that really all it is? Is that really all it is? You know? Oh, what am I doing? I'm playing this and I'm not even listening to the bloody thing. I've been derailed. What will Lead of Sorts be? I don't know, but she'll be back soon. So we can see. Carl's just standing still in his underwear being fat and waiting for everyone to crash and burn. That's the ending. That's the very, very end scene, Judge Judy. That is, oh my God, yes. That really, really is. This is all a figment of Carl's imagination. He's just lying there, just creating this entire thing. Where are all his imaginary friends? Like, in his attic. Carl did play the long game. He knows all about the long game, doesn't he? And he knows all about bad boys. Oh, dear me, the things he said. Thank you, CP's White Knight. One call to rule them all. How interesting. Carl, who was it that they came up with that time? Carlito's Way or something. If you Carl, don't you dare. If you really are Carl. What? Evil, what is wrong with you? We supported you for years. Are you like taking your support away from me? Why? Oh, I'm sorry, because I was playing my game and I didn't know. Why? Fine, I'll take his fucking wrench back off him. Do you know what you're doing, Evil? You're trying to control my comment section and you're showing everybody that that's what you're doing. But that's what I'll do. I'll do that. So you're threatening to take away our support. This is the Herbies that doesn't exist, is it, Evil? We're just a group of people. There's no tribalism, no one. But you're speaking for everyone here and saying because I joked and called you a cuck, which you asked me to apologise for, and then we'd be even because you called me a cunt, which I did, and you did call me a cunt, so therefore we were even. But now you're saying that you're going to take your support away from me. Why? Why is this? Cueya, have you got anything to say about this? Does Evil speak for you as well? Just because I put someone on as a mod and I was playing a game and I didn't know. Well, that's why I've took him off. I don't know CP's White Knight, but I think it's causing eruptions. So I don't know because I don't know what your services were. I don't know who you banned. Harold's a good guy. Harold's my friend. Oh shit. Red Bull, that's it, Red Bull. You waited. I mean, they waited and they let you say your piece. I do apologise for the problem. I'm sorry, Harold. How do I unban Harold? I have no idea, Evil. Oh, thank you, CP's White Knight. He's not. He's my friend. Could you unban him, please? I don't know how to do that. Red Bull, do you know how to unban Harold? Harold isn't Dagstein at all. Harold has he's got a very good sense of humour. I don't know how to do it. Oh dear. How do I find out? Right. Hang on a sec, right. I'll have to leave you guys with it. I'm going to try and unban Harold. All right, okay. Yes. Well, I'll hold it back before giving you the power again for now. But oh, that's it. Harold was unhinged by Red Bull. Thank you, Red Bull. Oh. Okay, well that's is that all right, Evil? Sorry, where is Harold and I can I'll mod him. I'm sorry, I'll just mod people and then it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, it's hard though. If CP's White Knight didn't know, like it's a bit of a trolling thing, and since we have a very different idea of what's trolls and what's not. How should we go to comment now? Excellent, thank you. Could you reinstate CP's White Knight, please, Ron? Is that okay? Because I don't think it was that intentional, and I did find it amusing. So if you would, yeah, he wasn't. He was all right though. Would you? Sorry, Harold. I'm really sorry. What? How can you time him? Oh yeah, because you're a big mod, aren't you? But Harold, you should be a mod now. All right, thank you. That's better. I do. He doesn't. As long as he's not trolling. As long as he's not. What? How has that not worked? I thought I'd given you the. As moderator. I did, Harold. I did. All right. It's gone through. Mate, I'll tell you, Harold. I had the same. I had Dagstein for a very long time when I first turned up, and 8-Bit Eric as well. 8-Bit Eric and Dagstein I was for a very long time because of the CPE. They thought I was CP Eric. They used to call me CP Eric. Do you remember Ron? We've been around a long time. Me and Ron have known each other a long time. And it's always been fun. And always been jokes. And always been trolls. That's why I'm a bit like, what? I've got it again. I've done it. I'm not even playing the thing. I'll never get anywhere. Well, I'll do it in a minute. I'll never get twiggy with it otherwise. It's going forever. What the bloody... Oh. Oh, I did wrong. I did wrong there. I did wrong. So anyway, Eve, I've got a question for you though. Who's the biggest short bus rider then? The one who has the issue and has been manipulated by people and is plain to see that is stuck in a massive situation where they can't get out of, or the person who is still mining that person who hasn't done anything against them for content, and it's over a year since the thing that person that guy is mining them for. So we're talking about the steroids and the hormone thing about Rabbit Dude, and going on and on and on about that. Who's the biggest short bus rider there? The one who just gets on with his life, whether he's got limitations or otherwise, or the one who's still harping on, trying to go for people who he knows won't attack him. That's not you, by the way. That was Ricardo. That wasn't you. Yes, you talked about it because he was hosting and you joined in. Don't think that I'm attacking you with that. I'm just saying. There's trolling and there's trolling. There's a quality. And that's my obsession, is people coming in, fucking bringing down standards and bringing down quality. And, Evil, you were just being polite. Sometimes you go to someone's house, they've only got the shit fucking tea, they've only got the shit coffee, and you just drink it and you're like, all right, that's okay, it's fine. And I know that's what you were doing, and that's fine. You know what I mean? I've got no problem with that. I don't hold any problem with you at all. I know you think I do, but I don't. And if my voice sounds funny or anything like that, it's because I'm concentrating on something else. And you wouldn't know what that sounds like because you don't really know what that sounds like because I've not really played games and talked to people before. I've only ever been on panels before. Yeah? So there is a slight difference. I do apologise for my fucking tone of voice. But yeah, please tell me though, because obviously it'll help me in my real life, because that might help me, like get my kid to do things for me and stuff like that, because sometimes he won't. So maybe if I'm not talking at him in a voice that's horrible, he might do things for me more. So please do feedback on that one. That's actually quite useful. I say that and I'm not even reading the chat, but you know what I mean. When I get a chance. Oh yeah, I can put these on here. Excellent. How interesting. Go on then. Except I can't. Oh! What? You click on them? Oh no, you don't. You don't. Using the voice thing is brilliant though. It really is. After my whole thing was on Ricardo with the voice. And that's what changed. That's what made me realise certain things about Ricardo, just hearing that voice. And it's just so mad that that's the thing that you choose to get me on. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. That's just what I needed. I don't get complacent. Don't get complacent. They're not tight though, Cueya. You're not tight. The owl was so fucking tight. It was just sad how tight that owl was. That's not my problem here. I think you're almost too generous with the brass buttons. I think Cueya. Next time, maybe a few less brass buttons. I think. Oh fuck me. Oh fuck me, man. Oh no. Oh no! I fucked it. I've done it. I've blown it. I've blown it. I've blown it, Anna. Fucking blown it, mate. Maybe there's a chance. There's a chance. There's a chance. There's a chance. Take a lance. Take a lance. Take a lance. Take a lance on me. Except I've just fucked it up. There. Oh no. That life has been invaluable to me. Oh. Oh. Damn. Okay, so what am I missing here? Yep, Curious Dagstein. Oh no. There we go. Well, he got his comeuppance. Yeah, cheers, Q. Yeah, I think you might have bested me once again with this one. So I'm going to give it one more go, I think. Methball does have a super wrench. Oh, dear me. Yes, he is Cuckoo Doolale. He is. My voice always sounds funny. I know it does. I know it does, mate. So does yours. We've both got the same problem. Oh, thank you, Volp. I appreciate that. Yes. Well, okay. Well, I've read them. I'm up to date. So, okay, we'll put this on then, shall we now? Now the conversation. I feel like I've defended myself, and I hope that evil is been appeased. And sweet dreams to Cueya. Right. So let's go see what's going on.
Give him that name. My name is Eduardo Corojo. It's a Seinfeld joke, by the way. But yeah, my channel is the troll channel. Is a comedy channel.
Troll channel, see? Troll channel.
I'll make fun of CPE. I'll make fun of Ricardo. I'll make fun of that's what I do. Like,
okay.
I'm not gonna be like a lawyer.
Okay.
It's not a truth channel. Like my channel.
How interesting.
Like that you make fun of Albert, you make fun of me.
How confusing. Yeah.
You made me remember
the
other day.
How interesting.
Of course. Me and Toshin talking no sense. Okay? Of course we won't make no sense, And then amigo said like this, oh, what the fuck, dude? I thought was something interacting, man.
See, that's what I'm talking
about,
man.
Amigo like this, like, come on, Tommy, amigo.
Right, it's all what, and there you go. There is a full on. There I have illustrated. I have there illustrated, without the need to go on, the difference. I have then illustrated there the difference between one rule for thee and one rule for me. It's right there. And one rule for thee, and one rule for any other troll that happens to be around, and making a big song and dance about that. I mean, I did not expect that, to be honest. Did not expect that. I expect the evil that's on this here, that you're talking to Ricardo. That's the evil I know. That was Ricardo, or Albert, or Dean. Like, and I'm sure I'm going to get shit for that, but I don't mean that you are them or you're acting like them, but that is that sort of vibe, you know? Like, coming on, having to get out my voice. Although I would do that as well, but then there's aspects of me that are like those guys as well. So, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that it's necessarily even like any fault or anything. But that's what I'm talking about. It's just the vibes, that where our energies come from at certain times, and being aware of that. I'm doing it. Hey, I've done it! Why didn't I get my special... Oh, I did. Good. Oh. Anyhow. Didn't work that time. But yeah, there it is. And I don't mean it to have a go or anything. I'm just saying that it's endemic, and I don't blame people for it, because he's a lovely guy. He really is, like a proper sound guy, proper. So it just happens to the best of us. It really does, and it's like the expectations of me are different, and there it's just been shown. It's just been shown. Like, there we have them, literally yesterday, not 24 hours ago, defending the right to troll, the right to have the freedom and be independent. All this, what's going on here? But yeah, at the same time, I just shocking. How interesting. But there's no hard feelings at all. Absolutely none. And I don't take it to mean anything that anyone's a lesser person or anyone's done anything wrong, really. It's just interesting what we do, isn't it, as humans? The things we do. Things that I would do, probably, if I was triggered. Do you know what I mean? I'm not joking. Like, I've said some shit, as you know, gone off. You know? It's to the best of us. It really does. Oh, for God's sakes, let's get rid of some of this shite. Oh my God, look at this. It just keeps coming. Oh, God. I see, yes. Well, I agree with that. Don't dare put the thing back on again. In case I get into trouble. Like, I'm not joking. I'm not even like doing a Ricardo on this one. I'm like, it's kind of took the wind out of my sails a bit. I'm a bit like, and I know I could just be like, oh, fuck it, I don't give a shit and stuff like that. But rather than just either suffer in silence, which I wouldn't do, or pretend it's not happening, I may as well just say it. I'm through the black glass ceiling now. Why bother? Why try and not say it? Like, it's now been, I don't know what the guidelines are. Do you know what I mean? And that's my superior voice. But that's the thing. It's like, that's where I'm at. Like, and maybe I shouldn't let it affect me. And it's not affecting me, but I'm saying, like, maybe I shouldn't just not give a shit and stuff. But I'm just like, well, you know, that was a a thing that I don't know whether I let it affect it or not. It's definitely a thing that happened there. You know what I mean? That was a thing that happened. I won't make too much of a big song and dance about it, but I'm a bit like, oh, am I just gonna make matters worse? I don't even know anymore. What do you think, Huey, the musical elf? What do you think about these things? You look perturbed. You look as confused as me about these things. I didn't expect that to be the person who got triggered at all. But then I'd forgotten that I'd done that thing, so fair enough. I do apologise for that. And, I do apologise for that. Well, I did apologise for that. That was the thing. I did. So who knows? I'll set it going again in a minute when I can be asked. Fucking hell, songs. I'm thinking. One more go. Oh, Volp, you're such an old ninny. What's wrong with you? That was ages ago. Fucking hell, what rock have you been under? And I'm not anyway. It sounded like he was very, very pissed off. Like, genuinely pissed off. Some of the things he said were, like, shocking, to be honest. The thing about, but, he's probably just drunk or whatever. Kicking off, it's fine. Yeah, it went far, that. It went a lot further than I expected it to, that. My word. Surprised. Because it really was all joke. I mean, I think it was just hearing them then, hearing the normal reaction and the normal thing where it's like, oh, it's all jokes, it's all fun and games, it's all this and that. And then literally was there going, oh, keep laughing and singing. And you're like, don't mind if I do. Like, sorry, are you trying to stop me from laughing and singing? Is this what the reality is? Is this like embedded confessions that's going on here? Is that what's happening here? I wonder. How interesting. Yeah, I did think about doing the preposterous thing instead of interesting, because it's going to get boring after a bit. Oh, it probably already is. I find it interesting. So I'm going to say it's interesting when I find it interesting. And that's all there is to it. There's innovative. I thought of. Innovative dish. Does anybody know what that's from? I'd be very, very surprised if anybody knew what that was from. I know Lima would know what that's from. And probably Finbar Saunders would know what that's from. But not many people would know. Oh, maybe you, Volt. Do you know that? Innovative dish. Do you know that one? What is that from? And the guy's like, it's Jesus! I made our Lord Jesus! I've got some eggs for eyes, he's got a sausage for a smile, and some arters for whatever it was, for a nose. Innovative dish! Oh dear me. I'll have to watch it sometime. Oh, what am I doing? The music's not left. Turn the thing off. Okay, oh god, it's up. Hang on a minute. I can't do it. Can't do it. Need to. I need to do something about this. Oh, beastly thing. Did I get this far last time? Yes, I did, didn't I? I did. Ah! I've got fiber twig Tourette's. I did the wrong one in the end. Keep singing and laughing. How interesting. I don't really want to speak my mind on this, to be honest. Right now, I think probably not a good idea. Suffice to say, though, there's a lot of cultishness, isn't there, in that statement? You know, I can't speak my mind. I just don't feel like doing so. It's no one else's choice; it's mine. But what sort of a place are we in here? You know, what is this? What was that? You know, really, what was that? I mean, yeah, I called the man a cook, apparently, which I don't doubt. You know, but we all saw what that was. We saw the weaving, and we've seen it before, haven't we? We've seen that before with many people around here. I'm just so surprised that it came from that angle. But, you know, people get angry, and that's what happens when you get triggered, in it. So I've done shit before that I, you know, shouldn't have done, maybe. Well, definitely. So fair enough. But, I mean, if you're going to do that, then don't start your conversation by saying, if I call you a cunt, are we even? Because I was like, yes, you can, you did, and you are. And so everything that you've now done after that has been you just attacking me, which has been like, that just makes me think, why? Why did you then continue to attack me? Why did you come in saying that? Because you thought I was going to react in a bad way. You think, and that in itself is surprising. After all we've been through, that you think that. Do you really think that it was about the word? After all that, really, God. Surprising, absolutely surprising. That very surprising indeed. Very surprising. Oh, Cueya. Cueya with you. Bloody. Oh. What am I doing? Right, okay, I've got a bit of time here. I've got a bit of time. Oh. Oh, God! It's so hard when it gets to that bit. It's always this bit here. What's this? How do I... +2? Huh? Oh! You can give... Oh, I've got experience points to use up. Okay, all right. I want max. Greetings, Donny Dolphin. Oh God. Oh, let him, because it's just more. It's just more meat for me. Let him, because none of his stuff's based on truth, and my stuff is. So all he's doing is giving me material. All he can do with my stuff is put it on and make his lies up, and he's same old stuff. He's still using the Louis Pereira stuff from over a year ago. So I have absolutely no fear of any roast, any old roast that Ricardo can come up with for me that he will literally play on for the next year. And Louis has nothing to fear from him either, because all he's got on him is this old shit on anyone. All that old shit on fucking Rabbit Dude. Listening to them two on that, it was like listening to two old farts, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? Just going on about the older days, which is fine, but that's not what they were doing. They were trying to rewrite history. Hey, Don Kingsley's Donkey Kong channel. How are you doing? It's all right. It's all right. It's a little bit. We've cleared the decks a bit, sadly, and sad times. But you know, what can you do? I'm sure it'll all sort itself out. But yeah, apparently, who's Rabbit Dude? Rabbit Dude is a guy who's a mutual friend and a friend of the stream, and he first started coming to Evils. I think he started at Darius's or Tony's. I'm not sure. He started up somewhere that was a bit bigger, and he just made a name for himself with his questions. And then he got friends with us, and he got friends with Evil, and then the rest is history. Because as soon as anyone gets friends with Evil, they then come and take him, and they took him, and he was one of those who believed them and believed that they liked him, and it wasn't just to get at Evil. And then obviously Dean saw how easily manipulatable Rabbit Dude is, because you can tell that he's probably got Asperger's. That's not disparaging him in any way. Some of my best mates have got Asperger's, not even joking. So yeah, he was taken advantage of then, and there's a whole story there, and it's just gone on like that for a long time, and they just use him, and now he's stuck there. I mean, he probably wants to stay there anyway at this point, but yeah, he's just stuck there now. Yeah, it was Albo when it dragged him across, but Dean would have seen him a mile off, sadly. See, and I had all those extra. I'd used up all that. What? Oh right, yeah. So that's Rabbit Dude. Interesting. Indeed. Very, very interesting. Apparently, there'll be an interesting roast of me going on right now with Ricardo, as I predicted would happen. And there we go. So, but like I say, it's nice for him to get something new to bite his teeth into. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing a service to the community here by giving him something. Because as we can see, he's very, very, very low on stuff. It's dry as a bone for Ricardo. He's still talking about fucking Lewis's baby. Like, that's we've had dick pics since then. That is the actions of a cult member who is desperately trying to flap about for subjects to talk about, which aren't anything that happened in the last fucking few months. Because everything that's happened in the last few months is related in some way, because everything affects each other in this community, doesn't it? So he just daren't mention anything in the last few months, because who knows what might come up. You know, so go for it, mate. Are you going to roast me about? I tell you what, Ricardo, if you're looking for this for material, I've got something for you to roast me about. How about the fact that I've now replaced, and make sure that you hear this one, Ricardo, and I'll make sure that you respond to this. I'd like a response to the fact that I've now replaced my broke bum and snitch racist, aging narcissistic doctor and transphobe parasite Dean TV struck Evil's channel and exploits his child unbeknownst to the mother, has now been replaced with Darius Truxton. 15 years sex attacks on an innocent lady or something along those lines. I haven't quite ironed it out yet. On an innocent lady is being supported by Ricardo CODYS. That is the new one. You can talk about that if you like. If you want something new, something a bit newer than Lewis's baby or who's the biggest short bus rider. How about that? There were loads of them, loads of old shit that you were coming up with. You're just like, what the fuck, how old's this? And now I know why it is. It's because he's trying to calypso. That's his thing. Ricardo's a calypso style. He's a calypso style. He just wants the one or two. He's trying to upgrade from Doshin to Evil, because Evil obviously offers way more to Ricardo. But he is a calypso type. He's just like, you stick with me, pal. All you can see, all you can hear. You stay here on my little island, where time goes so slow or fast or whatever. He even said we need to slow down time and things like that. He's off his fucking head, mate. Off his fucking head. Say, I'm having a really nervous breakdown or something. No, I'm not having a nervous breakdown. I'm having a fucking laugh at the ridiculousness of all these people who've been riding me for fucking ever. And I get called crazy. It just shows you. And all you're going to do at this point now is show yourself for what you are. What am I going to show myself for? A bit of a ranty person, a bit of a person who likes to game on fibre twig, someone who can be a bit sarcastic sometimes. You know what I mean? Someone who isn't perfect by a long shot. But what have you got on me? Really? I'm not the one who's been sat there slagging people off on streams for hours and hours and hours and hours. And if I have, well, I have actually, haven't I? But not people who have attacked. If they've attacked me, if they've attacked the community, if they've attacked me, basically. So I'm always in the right, and you can carry on kicking off and trying to besmirch me and doing the narrative, calling me what you like. You can do it. I don't give a fuck. Do not give a flying fibre twig fuck. I thank you. I just had to put up and shut up about Ricardo, and I was like, no, do you know what? Nah. And also, there's a bit of a respect there in some ways. If Ricardo's wants to give me shit, I'm honest about it. Like, out of the two of them, he's the one that I would want to go into a fight with, because the other one is just a fucking pain in the arse and boring. Got too many fly monkeys, too much effort. Like, absolutely distasteful, sour piece of shit. Whereas Ricardo is funny, intelligent. Yes, he's a liar. Yes, he's a woman hater, and all the rest of it. But, like, God, yeah, none of us are perfect. So, you know, I'm going to call him to task for the shit that he does, because he still does it and he doesn't stop. He just does not know how to stop doing what he's doing and how ridiculous it makes him look. So I will take the piss out of him, because he's been doing it to me for fucking ages, and then he has the audacity to be like, to literally the fucking, the message he put in there, and he goes, who's this crazy person watching our streams and commenting on it? And you're just like, how can you say that? You've literally made your content about that, about me, for like months and months and months. As soon as I became your friend trying to help you, that's what you were planning. And then you have the gall to put that in there, and it wasn't even in a fucking trollish way. That's the thing. It's just like, oh my God, the levels of delusion. So I'm going to, you know, but there is a level of respect there. Like, I've said it before, I'm reiterating myself now, aren't I, by saying, you know, there's trolling, and then there's just disgusting, fucking childish, disease-riddled, horrible, nasty, soul-destroying shit, which people like Buttocks are soon going to find out that you cannot hang around there for very long before your soul is eaten. If you've got a soul. And I do think Buttocks had a soul at some point. So, and that's interesting what Evil said about you do your Buttocks thing. I want to know what that is, because I don't even know what the Buttocks thing is, because obviously I don't have anything to do with Buttocks anymore. So I'd be interested to know what that was. I don't know. Like, genuinely, I don't know what that was. Because like I said, there was 3 things that could have been. Maybe he answered me and I don't know. Maybe he answered me and someone deleted his fucking messages. So I'll stop singing for today, I suppose. But I won't stop singing forever. But I'll do it out of respect. I think the cat wants to go out. Oh, she's eating her dinner. I can hear her. She'll be wanting to go out in a minute. I do think I don't even know where I'm at anymore with this. Oh, Cueya. 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 Do you, Cueya? That was a. I'll not say. It was funny. I hope I remember that one for later. That was funny as fuck. I can't. That was so funny. God. Getting a lot of hearts, which is good. Takes a... What? Give Give me that. Go on then. I thought you were making a move. Oh, what have I done? Am I right? Bell end. What am I missing here? Oh. Have I been here before? I think I have, haven't I? I've been here before. I don't think I was clearing the decks as much as I am now. TIE fighters look for Star Wars Day. Pew pew pew! Doesn't quite look like it anymore though. Don't get caught up in the ivy. And Cueya's on the line. Oh, I wouldn't mind beating him though. I really wouldn't mind beating him tonight. It would be good. It would be a good one. Achieve it. Come on, drop zone. Woohoo! Oh, I'll put them guys back on again in a minute, I suppose. And I'll check the chat. Sorry, guys. I'll just thought I'd give it a good go, you know. Otherwise, we're going to just be doing it forever. Oh, I did something there. What's missing? Oh no, not this again. Fucking idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. How do I miss these every goddamn time? Right, at least I've got a bloody thing, haven't I? Maybe not to listen to the end of that as well. I ended up just doing this instead. Oh well, next time. But I'll have a backlog then, won't I? Because I'll have the next thing. Because obviously, you can tell from that conversation he had with Evil, he had nothing. He had literally nothing. All he had was the chance of Evil saying that a joke about me being pissed off with him. When he's the one who's pissed off with me, obviously. And I'm not even pissed off with him. Again, very similar, isn't it? Very similar to there's Chinless Homies. There was no issue there. There was literally no issue. I didn't go in kicking off at Evil in his stream. We left it on good terms. I thought it was great. I honestly, if I did that, I really didn't do it with the intention of hurting him in any way. Obviously, I did genuinely hurt him. I'm not joking. I'm like, I am sorry about that. I didn't, because like you say, like we supported you, and if you really thought that I turned on him, then that would hurt, because I know how that feels, and it's not very nice, is it, to feel like your mates have turned on you? But of course, it's not real life, dog. That's what I got told, wasn't it? Anyway, that's the end of that. I've got shit to do, so I'm going to get off it. But we'll do the rest of it, and we'll, as long as Ricardo gives me meat to chew on, I'll chew on it. Because, like I say, I've got the truth, and he's got lies. So I'll be the one with having a laugh, and he'll be the one making up the lies for us. But I mean, it's a give and take, because he'll get something back from it as well. He will get to chew on something different than Lewis having a baby a year ago. So there's that, and also it will help us all, won't it? I sow the seeds, and the seeds will grow, because he is the manure that will fertilize. I don't know if he will do that, but he's the manure that will harbour and facilitate my seeds. So that's nice. So my options are to leave this. That's my options. It's a Sunday. I'm hoping other people are going to stream at some point, probably today, and I'll be there to say hello if they do. Thank you for coming. I'll have a quick look at the chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I've not been talking to the chats, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, so we've got. Yeah, keep that bitch on a leash, Donny. Yes. Oh, yes, I did see that. I said hello, Donkey Kong channel. What? Rabbit Juju, we did that bit. Everyone sees Rabbit's art. It's true. Don't know much about Ricardo. He visited your stream once. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure he might come again. You never know. You might be lucky. You might turn up again. Who's this Ricardo Kingsley? I don't know who Ricardo Kingsley is. Ricardon Kingsley. Yeah, Red Bull, you should be a little bit more welcoming to Donkey Kong channel. I think you'd get on. The game was all right, but as soon as I got to that bit, it's those three, and I think the first couple of times I did it, I remembered about them, and it was fine, and I was doing all right. And then I got into the drama, and it kind of distracted me, and it meant that I didn't really finish it, so that sucks. Oh, thank you. I was having a good time. Yes, I think maybe so, Red Bull. I don't know, because I was saying about Newbin as an expiration date. Interesting. I called that in that King Crimson video that I did, and I did say that I thought Dawson was safe, and I still do think Dawson's safe. I do, because the people who he's choosing are people who aren't going to do the Dawson for him. Like, Evil's not. I called him a cook for Ricardo, possibly, but I really don't think he is a cook for Ricardo. Absolutely not. Can I just say categorically, I don't think he's a cook for Ricardo. I was just joking. Because I thought we got to like a good banter going on at Evil's. And he probably thought the same thing. And so I can understand that. If he thought we're having a good banter and then he thought that I'd just turned, then fair enough. But at the same time, like, it was, I did overthink that. But whereas Doshin is, it's like that diagram that me and Vic looked at that time on the Ghost stream, was it? And we were always on the crunch, and we were looking at those things. There's the all giver, the person who gives them everything. That's Doshin. He gives them everything he wants. Oh, well, Red Bull, if he does, he does. I wouldn't be surprised, you know. If not that, it'll be something else, personality-wise, identity-wise. They'll have to work. He'll have to work through. And you know, fair play to him if he does. Do you know what I mean? Because he's had a lot to deal with in his life. And if it helps him, then it helps him. Although it probably won't. I know Don King's Donkey Kong channel. It's one of those you just want YouTubers to be chill and be friendly with one another. You're in the wrong place, love, if you think that. Yeah, yeah, Kitten's here. Yeah, he will want to ditch his identity, possibly, or he won't want to be a parent, probably. I'd imagine. Because imagine, I'm not going to go in too much because I'm not going to talk about those guys anymore, but because I've got Ricardo to talk about. He's putting his burger out for me, so I may as well take it. But his kid, I imagine putting yourself in that position, you know, the harshness of your parents. And I know someone whose mum went away to work when they were little, and it had a massive effect on her, massive. And she used to come back on holidays and stuff, but she'd be working away for like a month at a time, and it was massive. And he lived with his family, and it had a massive effect. It's still affecting him now to this day. Because he didn't deal with it. Do you know what I mean? And so hopefully life, you know, the world's a bit different now, isn't it? So you can deal with it and you can sort it out, and there's options and there's stuff on the internet that you can help yourself with. No, he doesn't. Donny Dolphin, you're right there. He really has shown he really, really doesn't like women. That's one thing that we do know. Oh, yes, Red Bull. Oh, yes. You want to see us on a night out, man. Well, that's how we ended up doing this. Because I was like, fucking hell, get her on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you should imagine what we're like when we're out drinking. I normally go and visit her, but she only come to visit me once. And it was a really heavy night. Yeah, like, just constantly setting the world to rights, talking over each other, shouting each other down, you know, constantly. It's fantastic. It's really, really good fun. And so it was just when we were doing a normal rant on a normal conversation, and I was like, hang on a minute, why don't we do this on the stream? And that's how that started. Yeah, don't be soft. Exactly. Yes, don't be soft. I forgot about that. Exactly. That's right. So you can't have a go at me. You can't hold it against me because I'm not being soft anymore. And I'm still soft inside. I'm still a nice person. I still want the best for people. I still want the best for the community. Genuinely. I don't want to hurt people if I can help it. But if I have to, then I fucking will. What does Rabbit Dude offer if they use him? Oh, mate. Yeah, I'll come back to that. I'll read the rest of the thing. That's a good question. If I don't get to answer that properly, I could answer that either in a video or in the next time, because that is an actual good question that I could talk about. Yeah, that's a very, very good question. I don't want to not do it justice. I think what I'll do with that is I might do a video. If it doesn't, I won't actually use the words Rabbit Dude, maybe, because I don't see the point in ragging on Rabbit Dude. He hasn't done anything wrong, to me anyway, that I know of. So I don't see the point in being dragged into that. So what I would do though is I would comment on it, because it is true that has happened. You know, he is being used by Dean. I'll try and do it respectfully so he doesn't get upset. But yeah, I'll try and do a video on that maybe. Yeah, that's a very, very, very good point. Cheap heart. No, God, it's a really, really complicated one, because he's not got. Oh man, I'll not wait. I'll think about that one before I answer it. Thank you, but that's a good one. Team mascot, good answer. Good answer. I wouldn't say exactly the exactly right, but yeah. Just think about the 4 S's of narcissistic supply. So it's supply, security, or is it supply, safety, sex? And I thought about it the other day and I remembered it, and I can't remember it again. And there's a fourth one, fourth mystery one. There's 4. And if you can do 3 of them, I think it is. then you're on. It's a big one then, and they're on, and they're after you. I know El Chingo, and I know it's really hard with Fiber Twig. It's so hard. It really is. It's a really hard game. And also, I am new at it as well. Poor man's eats version of Rabbit. Forget who? Irby. I don't know. Yeah, Ricardo, isolate and reinforce code. Exactly, but it's all lies, isn't it? So none of it. I don't fear any of it. I'm not threatened. I'm friends with all these people. I'm friends with people and everyone. I'm sure that'll be absolutely fine. I've got no fear because I walk in the light. So like I said that on that video about Dean. It's like when the woman about was ringing the school and all that bullshit. I'm like, well, if you didn't ever do anything that you were embarrassed about, if you didn't do anything that you were ashamed of, then you wouldn't be threatened. So there we are. And on that note, I'm going to go. It's been an absolute delight. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. Thank you, Red Bull. Thank you, El Chingoan. Thank you, Donny Dolphin. Lovely to meet you tonight. What else we got? Thank you, Don Kingsley's Donkey Kong channel. Very nice. I'm so glad you managed to make it tonight. And what else we got? Harold! Hello, Harold. Sorry about the White Knight. I do apologise. I think I might give White Knight another wrench if he turns up. Because I don't think he did it on purpose. And now Red Bull's got one as well. Then it shouldn't be the end of the world, should it? Okay. Right then. See you later, guys. Bye.